fearfully and wonderfully made. I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
Horizon is an organization that basically empowers orphan children to self-sustainability. You know, we've been given a lot in our life here in the West, and this opportunity came available. I mean, I don't even think I was looking for it, to be honest with you, but, you know, things happen in your life, and sometimes when a door closes, another one opens. And in our case, you know, we got to a stage in our life where our kids were, you know, grown and we had done our job sort of thing, you know, pushed them out of the nest. A friend of ours, locally here in Keswick, was involved, or actually founded, this organization called Horizon. And he had been bugging me for years, you know, to go with him to Africa. In our lives, I always felt I was busy. I was too busy doing real estate. I was too busy running with my family, whereas he sacrificed a lot more than I did. Anyway, finally in 2009, Eli and I got to go to Africa, and it was a no-brainer to go. It was time to do something like that, and what we saw there just inspired us to be more involved with it. After that first trip, I engaged with my friend. He asked me to become even more involved, and how did that look? He wanted me to join the board of directors of this organization. Our organization is actually set up as homes where we have parents in each of the homes, and there's 10 children living within each. And then there's a farm element and a training element within our organization right there on site. The kids all go off to school. They're sent to private school, so we afford to send them to private school. And it's not private school like we have here, but certainly the education that they receive at this private school is far above what the average individual manages to get in Kenya. Right now we're operating we have 2 orphanages in Kenya, and we've branched out now into Guatemala and to Honduras as well. We're staffed with professionals in different fields. We have agricultural specialists because we have a farm element. We have cows, we have chickens, we have 800 laying hens, we have greenhouses. So all that has to operate, and the kids get to be involved in that on a day-to-day basis as well. So they all have chores. They have to do their own laundry. They have to do their homework every night. So it's like being in a real family. Each family is set up with a parent, and they have 10 kids in it, and they have their dinner together, and then they get together as a large group as well. But these kids are not only expected to go to school, but they're taught how to live and how to be independent. You sort of almost want to cry because they're welcoming us with so much love and attention. It's incredible. People may think that we're helping them, but they're really helping us. Like, they have way more faith than we have, and they have far less than what we do. A lot of the funds that we earn through our farming and through our eggs and our tomato sales go back into the community, so the community then becomes self-sustainable as well. So that's part of the funding, but that's a very, very small part of it. The rest comes from fundraising activities, comes from sponsorship. Each kid has 4 different sponsors, and then comes from board members contributing on a monthly basis. None of the money that we receive from sponsorship or fundraising goes to the operation or the admin. All that comes from the board members. So anybody that's sponsoring, the money goes directly to the children. As some of our kids are aging out, they're either going to university or they're going to college or they're picking up a trade. We are now seeing, kids that have graduated in the last few years, and we have 30 alumni. So, and those alumni have gone off, some of them have gone off to university, and they're now bankers and accountants and professionals. Others have gone to college, they've gotten a trade. And then there's others, and their gift would be more agriculturally oriented. So they're now off. We have 30 of them, and they're all off, but they're still part of our family. So that we have what we call an inheritance program, where they come back in and they contribute back and help the children, and they're like the big brothers and the big sisters, so to speak. So it's a really interesting concept that way. This last year, due to COVID, has been somewhat challenging for sure, because all our kids had to go into lockdown. I guess with technology now, it has made it a little bit easier to communicate, and it's great because I get to communicate with some of the graduates on WhatsApp or on Facebook. They're calling me like on a Saturday morning, and it's like your kid's calling you or something. Our big goal really is by 2030 is to have 30 different micro-communities up and operating in 20 different countries. It's a pretty big, audacious goal, but we're working towards that. We're doing big fundraising campaigns. We can always look for more sponsorship. We can look for more funding. We were getting into doing trips there as well, but with COVID, we had to sort of shut that down. So hopefully that will all open up, and anybody that wants to come with us to have this experience, we've got it down pat. It's a mind-blowing experience to be able to go to some of these places and meet the people and be part of something bigger than ourselves.